Hey everyone, I have been asked today about 5 times, can I trust him? Now, I thought I'd jump on here and do a quick video for you because obviously it's a question that's coming up a lot at the moment. I don't know whether it's to do with lockdown and relationships have been under a lot of pressure. I have got a client today who was talking about her husband has started driving on lockdown and spending time in the car parked up at the side of the road, having phone calls. Maintaining he said they were for work. Now they may well be. She's saying, can I trust him? Can I trust him? Another woman, her husband has left her. I've got a male client whose girlfriend is out a lot. Now lockdown is finished and she's not really communicating where she is and her stories aren't really adding up. So I've had a lot of questions today about trust. Can I trust him? Can I trust her? Do you know if they're cheating on me? How do I know? Now, these are really good questions, guys. And what I would suggest to you is if you are feeling and your instinct is saying, you're having to ask that question, can I trust them? Then really the answer right now is no. Now, we don't know whether you're justified in not trusting them or not, but you clearly don't trust them if you're asking that question. And we have to really look at it because everybody is different. Now, some of us are paranoid or prone to paranoia, and maybe because we're insecure in ourselves, so we think that we have to sort of cling on to somebody, and we worry if there's slightest bit of sort of things don't add up. So I mean, it might be that you are feeling a little bit paranoid, maybe you're feeling a bit insecure at the moment, and you're sort of reflecting that as a suspicion. Okay, so that could be a possible outcome. It could be that they're doing absolutely nothing to cause any concern whatsoever. It's just something in you that is not quite right at the moment. Maybe you're feeling insecure, you're feeling under the weather, and you're maybe starting to feel a little bit paranoid. Okay, so it could be that. However, it could also be that your instinct is telling you something isn't right. Now, if things have never been right, then there's not a massive change. But if things have started to change, or there's a significant shift or change in behavior, then obviously your instinct might be trying to warn you about something. Now, it's important not to jump to conclusions. It's important not to worry about things that may not be true, because obviously then you're wasting a lot of time and energy worrying about things. So what can you do about it? Well, I think it's important to improve your communication. If you're feeling that there isn't the trust there, then maybe take the opportunity to sit down with your partner and say, I'm feeling a bit uneasy about this. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable, and see what they say. And again, watch out for how they respond. Are they defensive? Are they angry? Are they genuinely trying to reassure you? And you know them better than anyone. So it doesn't mean that if they're defensive, it means that they are guilty of doing something. It could just be that they, that's their normal reaction. Like, oh God, you're on about it again. Just leave me alone. It's a no. And so you know them better. So you've got to work out, you've got to employ your knowledge of them and how they react. Think about a time where they've done something where they did maybe tell you a lie, or they weren't being honest with you, and how did they react then? And then see if this reaction matches that. But try and be honest. Try not to be too emotionally engaged with it. Try and sort of think about a time where they were honest and you asked them a question and what was their reaction then? Were they defensive? Were they angry? Were they fed up with you because you keep asking? Or was there something deeper than that? Now, trust is an interesting thing. Once trust is gone, it is something that is hard to rebuild. It's not impossible. You can rebuild it. But it takes time. Trust is something you earn. It's not something people automatically can just give you, or you have to earn that back. You have to earn someone's respect. You can't demand it. You can't force it. In fact, demanding and forcing it probably reduces it even more. So, please don't think that all hope is lost. It isn't. You can rebuild trust. You can rebuild relationships. I've got a client at the moment who I'm working with who her husband did have an affair during lockdown. She found out about it, they confronted it, and they've worked through their issues, and they're actually back on track now. Now, are there still issues around trust? Of course. And she's justifiably a little bit paranoid when he goes out or he doesn't answer his phone. But he understands that and appreciates that. So it's working on both sides, and they're both committed together to working to it. So you can turn it around. But if you're thinking and if you're asking, like so many people today have asked me, can I trust my partner? Then my gut is to really start to think about, okay, we need to improve your communication with them just to find out, and think about some of the tips I've given you, because, don't jump to conclusions. It might be a reflection of how you're feeling and you're putting that on them, or it could be justified. So, we have to really treat it on an individual basis and work out, how your partner normally reacts to questions and, what their responses normally would be to those kind of things. So I hope this has helped. Put your detective hats on and improve the communication and see what you can find out. But I hope that's helped. Mwah, big hugs. Bye.